Hey there, it's Bernardo. Today we're going to continue with the project that I called Digital Teleportation Device. So we are building this thing here, which is a Raspberry Pi connected to a 4G modem, so that I can bring this to Brazil with me next week. So I only have a few days to, have this all ready. And then the idea is to leave this device in Brazil, my in-laws' house, and this is gonna have a Brazilian SIM card, and also it's gonna be a tail scale exit node, so I can use this to pretend that I'm in Brazil, both for receiving SMSs and to access the internet if I need to. So I can unblock some of the network blocks that we have. So yeah, I think this is gonna be a really interesting project. So today we're gonna jump into the software. I already installed one SD card on the 4G module to store SMS messages. Still not sure how that's going to work out, but for Matter One, install the SD card here, and I have the other SD card which I'm going to install nerves. So yeah, so this is what I'm going to be doing right now. I'm going to install some software so I can start playing around with this. All right. So as I explained in the previous video, if you didn't watch, by the way, go check it out, where I explained the idea of the project. I will be doing this in Elixir using Nerve. So I've used Nerve before. I was doing this company with a friend of mine. The company's still open, but we don't do the hardware anymore. I mean, I left the company a while ago. But we had this Raspberry Pi that was running on the on site on the clients, collecting images from cameras, and we coded that with Nerves, and I had a really good experience with Nerve. But it's been a while, like I don't know, 5 years, maybe six, since 5 years I think since I've done anything with Nerves. So I'm gonna jump into Nerves again. Now they seem to have this image, a previewed image that already have Livebook. So my idea right now to prototype is I'm gonna install this Nerves with Livebook in here. I'm gonna connect it to my network, and then I'm going to open Livebook and try to program it. So that's the job. Never used that, so let's see how that goes. All right, so I'm gonna open this thing, and then there's this. Okay, so then I'll do the firmware. I will come here. So I need the RPI 4. Then I download both the zip and the. Okay, download the file with the FW extension. So yeah, so this is the firmware. All right, so I'm downloading that, and then all I need to do. Okay, I need FW up. Okay, brew install. Let me just make this bigger so y'all can see. Brew install FW up. I'm pretty sure I don't have this. Okay, and I need the SD card. I'm gonna put it on my computer. This already has an image, so yeah. So let's come here and do FW up. Flash downloads, nerves. Okay, yeah, that's it. It's a 16 gigabyte. Just do yes. Okay, it seems it already uses the local DNS thing. I forgot how you call that, but yeah. So I should be able to just plug this and have it exposed. So yeah, let's try that. All right, so it does seem that my Raspberry Pi is connected to my switch. So yeah, so let's check nerves.local. Okay. And what is the password? Oh, the password is nerves. And we are in. That's amazing. Okay. It does have, okay, there's a Livebook thing to connect the Wi-Fi. Okay. This experience is so good to prototype stuff. Yeah, Livebook on Raspberry Pi makes so much sense. Because technically, I that could be my application. I can just do like a Livebook app and have everything that I need here. Yeah, that is interesting. I might not even Okay. Yeah, probably having some yeah custom image would be a better option. But yeah, I will start with this. This is gonna be the prototyping experience, and then if I have the time, I'm gonna do the whole new thing. But yeah, this might be enough. Okay, so it's slightly different than a normal live book. Okay, so it cannot install, but it does already has a bunch of things. Okay, so it does have this GPIO thing, right? Okay, so it does have circuits GPIO, which means if I open, so in this directory here, we do have a few things. Let me open Z here. So, so this is the Python thing to like receive an SMS. So technically, I should be able to, send an SMS message. Okay, so yeah, this is how it sends stuff on the GPIO. Yeah, this is opening like the serial port, and I guess that library that we have is more generic, probably. I don't know. I never done anything with GPIO. Okay, so I do this to open the GPIO port, which is okay. So this is not through the GPIO port. This is I think this serial is like the USB thing, right? Okay, let's create a new live book, and I'm gonna do system.cmd ls/dev. Okay, so that's gonna be. Okay, let me just make this a little bit bigger. Result. I have no idea what that is, but io.buzz result. Okay, so we should have the TTI S0, right? S0. Okay, we don't have this TTI S0 with the serial port. Maybe something is badly connected. Yeah, we don't need to watch the video, but they show the connections that I need to make. This is how I connected. Nerves serial port. Is that installed? Okay. Let's see the docs for that. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so it is connect. Oh yeah, there is this TTIS0 here. And all of these other ones are also serial interface, but this is the USB part. I'm not sure if that's the one. And, okay, so we can use UART ports. Okay, let's try that. Start link. Okay, PID, and then I can do circuits.uart.open PID and TTIS0. What this returns? Yeah, let me open the docs on the side here. All right, so let me do circuits UART enumerate CTI with capital S, okay. And I can open this, and then I need. Oh, that's okay. I have no idea what I'm doing, but this looks a lot like this thing here. So I guess this is the speed. Yeah, it seems the same thing. Okay. What is active? Okay, modules, UART, functions, open. Okay, specify whether they received these messages or by calling read. See discussion below. Okay. Active mode false to true means the data is received on Reward is reported in messages. The messages have the following form. Yeah, I'm gonna open with active false first that we can read, but then we can use this if I wrap things in my own gen server or whatever. So I'm gonna do active false. Okay. So this is how we send a message. And I might have to hide things. Okay. Okay, let me just see. There's a command. There's this back thing. Okay, this protocol is weird. What the hell is in waiting? RPI zero in waiting. What the hell is that? In waiting. Do I have any docs on that? Okay. I'm going to try to one-shot this with Cloud Code. Yes. Can you convert sms.py to Elixir code using circuits.reward and circuits.ppio? Let's see if we can do. Okay, honestly, let's see. Now let me try to get a phone number that I can send for test. Okay, I found this really shady website, but at least I can try to send messages to that. And not use my phone number. Hello from nerds. Okay. Just going to use this. I need to close. I'm gonna. Okay. Circuits reward dot close. PID. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do process dot I forgot how to kill a process. Okay, let's do this. And let's put this here. And let's do sim7 600x.sms.power on. Oh, let's do the run thing. Let's see if anything is happening. Oh, there's some blinking LEDs there. Okay. Okay, all right. We likely need some. Okay, I'm gonna try it again with my phone number just to see if I can get it. Anything. So yeah, 1 second. Yeah, by the way, I need to buy a better power supply for my Pi. But yeah, let's try it again. This time with my phone number, which I have no idea where it is. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. 1 second. Oh, I actually got the message. That's amazing. That's amazing. It did work. And actually, I'm receiving some weird messages. Okay, so yeah, I'm also receiving some messages. So you see, like this shows like what are the stuff that I received, like the unread messages. Okay, so I just need to understand this AT protocol. But we're off to a good start. I'm gonna try to understand the code now. Okay, so now my goal is to understand this code. So it seems that the commands, like the commands are, one per line with slash rn as separators. So my point is, I should be able to. So what I want is to have this gen server that receives, that gonna do the, UART start link and whatnot. So yeah, I want to understand like this power on phase. There's this weird power on sequence. Like, do we need to be doing that all the time? That's annoying. Yeah, so my goal is to open it with active false, sorry, active true, and then keep reading the messages. Then I will do the protocol part of, splitting, slash r slash n, then sending commands individually. What is this AT? Oh, sorry. I don't know why the command for arc is command S by default to open and close this thing. But yeah. Okay, so my idea now is I want to understand this AT protocol. AT protocol. What is this AT protocol? AT serial protocol. Wait, yeah. So whatever. I think we can understand this. Take a look at these commands. So yeah. So this thing here, I think this is the thing that sets the, yeah. So send short message. Yeah. Okay. I think we SMS AT commands. Yeah, I guess we just, do we have like a manual here? I need to find like the manuals here. This is the one that we have. Okay, we do have a few commands. Okay. See, okay. Here it is. Command set. Oh, thank God. All right, we found the documentation. Finally, the good reference. Oh boy, this is gonna be a long video. This PDF is big. Like, or their internet is really slow. Yeah, I wonder if we have like also. Can I connect to 4G? I just want to test that while we are at this. Okay, let's run this now. Oh yeah, it does seem to have connected. So it is connected to my local network, but also it does have. I mean, probably this APN is wrong. I need to get the actual configuration here, but yeah. I mean, the APN. I need to get the APN from my provider, and but yeah. So yeah, okay, whatever. I'm not gonna go into that, but that's how if I want to have access to the 4G part. Okay, have the thing been downloaded? Okay, you have the command manual. Okay, there's a change log. Okay, AT command syntax. Okay, yeah, it's a command line. Commands are usually followed by responses that includes carried return and line feed. Response carried return and line feed. Okay, so it does start with this. Yeah, I already feel that this is going to be a big endeavor. So all I want to do, so this is what I want to do. This is I need to set some goals here. I just want to receive SMSs, then save them to like a storage, and that's it. So I'm gonna read from the modem, save into some storage, and that's it. So right now the storage I'm just likely just gonna use some like Mnesia database or something like that. Okay, so let's see. What was the command that was used to read? Okay, so power on doesn't send anything. This just connects the UART. Yeah, this will go somewhere else. So the GPIO is the thing that actually do that. So the power key is the GPIO 6. Perfect. So receive short message. So this is the CPMS. So that's the command I'm looking for. Okay. Okay, so all right. So this is saying, hey, I want to store the messages here. Then I'm sending this CMGR. And I guess this is the thing that actually reads. Okay, yeah, read message. And I guess I just need to do this once, right? So this is like, yeah, this is the configuration. I just need to do that as soon as I start. Okay. Just to return the location value index from message store mem1 to the TE. Okay. Interesting. What is this plus CMGR? If the text mode command successful. Okay, so this is the response. So the response should have that. And I mean that's the thing we saw. Okay, so this is gonna be error, and this is gonna be okay. There's the speed view mode, but we are doing this text mode. Okay, text mode, text mode, text mode, and I'm confused on why it can have so many variations. Yeah, this doc. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna read these things. Okay, so let's go back here. So what we need to do is that, yeah, I need to power down. Okay. Yeah, so the power on is fine. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll need some focus time, and yeah, so I'm probably gonna have to cut a lot this video, and not sure what I will have show, but I need to sit down and study this. So this is already a good start, and I found the documentation here. So I just need to understand that, and I need to start extracting these things into meaningful code that I can understand. I need to start parsing this protocol in a better way. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit down, play a little bit with it, and then come back with a video with a more, this is the final solution. Maybe we're gonna share the code open source so others can do the same thing. Yeah, likely we'll do that. So yeah, I'll let you know. Yeah, might be right back soon or later. I don't know. I'm gonna be doing this the whole week, but for you, it's gonna be magic of video editing is gonna be right now. So yeah. Yeah, it's been hard, and I haven't had the time to put on this project, so I'm a little bit worried. I'm gonna travel in 5 days, and this is nowhere near ready. But yeah, I was recording the whole process, but it was just a lot of trial and error, and it was not worth showing up. But I just want to give like a high level view of where I am right now and the next step. So yeah, with some interactions with Cloud Code and some manual testing and some improvements, I came to this code here. So what I have here is that I separated first the GPIO power cycle thing into its own module. This was the what was converted from the example code. I also used Claude to convert from Python to Elixir using circuits GPIO. But yeah, so I now have this power on sequence and power down. I still have some comments here and some puts. Doesn't matter that much. But yeah, pretty much this means I can run this, and this will gonna do a power cycle on the module that is running. And then what I came up with was this gen server. So the idea is to have this single process connected to the UART interface that then has a few high level APIs. So pretty much is a send command that sends something and then gets a response back. And yeah, like the overall flow can be understood on this thing here, where the handle info. Yeah, so handle call we do a send command, and then we do wait for response, and then this wait for response pretty much just waits, keeps reading the input. We need to do this buffer thing. I tried to use a new line separation, but for example, some stuff like sending an SMS requires the server sends this as a response, and then I need to set, and then when I receive this, I need to send the input. It's kind of like seems designed for an interactive process. It's kind of like weird, but yeah. But yeah, then so this pretty much just does that. We also have this thing that every few seconds we can see here when the server starts, we do this poll for unsolicited messages. Yeah, so pretty much what we do is we just check for messages. Yeah, we just read, we add the thing. If there's nothing, we don't do anything. If there's something, we add to the buffer, and then we try to extract the messages. And then we get some of these unsolicited messages. So whenever the module receives a call or there's an SMS, it kind of like notifies. And this is what this unsolicited polling does. And now, what is my goal? My goal is I have this. I want to create a proper parser for these commands. So, these things here, they have responses and commands, this whole format here. And I want to then be able to, make this interface a little bit better by having, a request, a response model. And then after that, the goal is to create some Phoenix UI. And then I think at this point, I'm going to drop the live book and start working on something, more custom. We're going to see. So yeah, so that's all. Now I'm just going to go back into programming mode and I'm going to be right back. So, all right. So it's been a lot of back and forth and I suffered a little bit. But yeah, after going with Cloud Code through some iterations and then finally doing a lot of like fine tuning myself, I finally have a code that works. I can receive SMSs, I can send them SMSs, and yeah, the architecture is pretty much. This thing is just live book sometimes just bugs, but I have this that defines kind of like the protocol, serializes commands. So we have execute, read, test, and write. Write not necessarily means writing something, but yeah, it's just the stuff that have arguments that has this equal here. And then also has this parsing the response, which took me a while to get to something that I think is usable. But a cool feature is that Livebook has doc tests, so I can write tests here, and then whenever this is compiled, this green means the test has passed. So I think this is quite cool. Yeah, there's some weird stuff going on here, but this is just the UI. The code is valid. And yeah, like I found this document fortunately, so I can read all the commands and see what the response is. I suffered a little bit with sending SMSs, which is a little bit weird because I don't plan on sending a lot of SMSs, but I just wanted to have that working. I don't know why. It's kind of like silly. I'm traveling in 5 days, and I don't. Yeah, I still have to create a my own web UI interface, and I need to 3D print something or create like an enclosure. And I'm also afraid that people are not gonna let me board the airplane with that thing. I don't know. Maybe they'll think it's a bomb or whatever. I don't know. It's been so yeah, a little bit stressful, but it's been an interesting journey. But yeah, now let me just do a quick demo here, so I can read all the messages. I'm explicitly just taking the first two fields of the response, and the way that I know these are the fields, if I check for CMGL on the manual, you're gonna see that list SMSs from preferred store, which I configured here. Here it just sets the preferred store to be the SIM card for I think it's draft, sent, and received, whatever. Like I think the last one is about receiving notifications. But yeah, so if I and then also I think there's another cool thing. Let me just check one thing. Yeah, so anytime that I receive a notification, I'm not running things. There's this unsolicited messages that will be parsed here. Right now it's returning nothing. But yeah, if I come here and read the messages, it returns nothing. But then I can come here and and I can send a message. So let me send a message on my phone. Hello for demo. I'm gonna send this. So now if I get this unsolicited, so this is a notification that I received a new message on the SIM card. I think that's if I look about this here. Yes. So this is so we have those rules for storing. Uh, yeah, I think this is the configuration that we have. I'm confused, but yeah. Then this is sent to the terminal. Where is the memory thing and the index? So yeah. So now I know. Let me go back to the project. I know that I have a message on position 0, and then I can read that. Uh, so hello for demo here. And then I can also delete the messages if I want. This deletes all the messages. And now if I try to read it again, the message will not be there. Perfect. And I can also send a message. So let me send a message. Not sure if that's going to show up here. Maybe just going to have to trust me. Hello from demo from live book. All right, so this was the 21st message that I sent, and I just received the message. I don't know if you're going to be able to read it, but yeah, there's a message there. I don't know if this is getting on the camera or not, but yeah, the message is here. And yeah, so now this is all I will do through Livebook. Now I need to set up a proper Nerves project, and I plan on doing this. So the idea is that I'm going to use Nerves and LiveView. So I'm gonna, get another SIM card that I have somewhere here. This whole thing is a mess. My desk is a mess because of this project. But I have a SIM card somewhere here. I'm gonna record that other firmware to that thing. I'm gonna leave the live book on that SIM card because not SIM card, the SD card. I'm gonna leave the live book project there because it's useful. And honestly, if I fail to set up things, I would just do this, and then I'll figure out how I'm gonna add live tail scale to that image later on. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave that thing burn. I'm gonna burn another one based on this project. So yeah, let's build the custom nerves firmware. All right, so this is the example I'm gonna start from, and the idea is that I can just clone this, and this can run Phoenix Live View. So I can see here, lib, we have this, application and the web part, and then I can create, live interfaces. So 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 this is what I'm gonna test. I want to combine that with the vintage web thing, vintage net. Sorry. So my idea is to have that so I can configure Ethernet remotely. I think probably gonna have something like that, and then we're gonna see. We're gonna see. There's the read only thing, but I'm gonna do the network configuration later, especially because I'm doing most stuff through Ethernet, so that shouldn't be a problem. So I'm just gonna clone that. So let's do that. Let's come here. I'm gonna clone this repository. Let's do this. Let me open. Let's do this. I'm gonna put it here, even though this is not my project. I'm going to now cp-r nerves examples. Hello live view. Hello live view. And I'm gonna call this DTL, digital teleportation device. That's it. Digital. That's a weird name. I'm gonna go with that, like that. All right, and I'm gonna remove nerves examples. I'm gonna go digital. I'm gonna do git init. I'm gonna do Z here. All right, so now we are on Z. Oh, I didn't want to minimize that. All right, and now I should be able to, okay, I think I can just start like next steps.get. Okay, so I think I need to do that first. Okay, let me go to nerves. Maybe I need to go like to installing or something. Nerves project. Get started. Full DIY. Okay, installation guide. Okay, I was here. Okay, so I need these things here, I guess. All right. I already have FW up, but these are the things I don't think I have. All right. Then okay. All right. So they suggest these versions. I'm not gonna use Mish, use -t though. I'm going to come here and do this version here, and I'm gonna do this version as well without -t. Okay. All right. Okay, let's just make sure we have hex and rebar setup. Yes. And let's do this. All right. Okay. So this seems to be outdated. I'm gonna let me just search for that to see if nerves. I'm gonna go to nerves. Get up. Yeah. I'm gonna search for that. Let's look for the issues. Yeah, nerves are a little bit weird, and I'm always afraid of doing changes. But okay, I guess we just need to do that CLI and return this maybe. Huh. Oh, it has it exactly here. Okay. All right. So we can do mix steps again now. Nice. And I guess okay. So this is the yeah. I want to know when the nerves bootstrap thing installs. Ah, okay. I didn't even knew that we could define archives in the mix.exs file. Okay, so I can do iex-s mix phx.server Phoenix server, and I should be able to open this. Okay, yeah. So these are our UI, and I believe that if I just turn this to a firmware, which we're gonna do it now, uh, and put that thing into the Raspberry Pi, then we should be able to, you know, find it. Might need to get the IP because I'm not sure if the DDNS will be set up. Because here we have the this nerves thing local. I think this is the yeah nerves DDNS. I think so. Yeah, this MDNS. Yeah, I might need to set this up. Yeah, so I might need to add that. I'm not sure if this is going to be set up by default. But yeah, this is going to be the networking part. Let's just go with the bare minimum setup. Yeah, this doesn't seem to have MDNS. Oh, yeah, actually already has. Okay. Yeah, so it already has MDNS setup. I probably should have read this thing here. Okay, flash into device. I'm gonna do this soon, but yeah. Let's just go hello live view, and I'm gonna replace that, including on the README. All right, so I'm gonna do these. That's not what I wanted. That was the. So that's gonna be detail, and can move. And I guess I can just copy these commands probably. Yeah, so I'm just gonna, let's go here. Okay, I'm just gonna do this then. And I'm still learning this whole terminal panel. All right, let me open a new one. Let me just come here. Let me come here, do this as well. Come here, do this. And let's run this. Oh, this thing, there's a typo here. Interesting. I'm not sure if this, yeah, okay. emoji back. Okay, so I think with this I can do ptext server. There's some deprecations. I guess I need to restart this. Okay, yeah. All right. I guess if I do hello live view, probably want to change this here as well. So, all right. Save this. And if I do hello live view, it should also be well. All right. Perfect. I guess if I just remove this. Yeah. Okay. So with that, we should be able to deploy it. So let's open the README, and I will just I'm not going to enable Wi-Fi like this because my idea is that if I want Wi-Fi, I'm going to use Vintage Network. Yeah. All right. I guess. Okay. Yeah. So I can keep updating the thing remotely. And it's been a while. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Let's come here. Open a new. I'm going to stop this. I put this here as well. Yeah, I will fix the warnings later on. For now, I just want to test things as is. And the target will be RPI 4, if I think correctly. So if we go to mix, yeah, so we have RPI 4, one of the targets, mix target. Okay, I'm gonna create a new because my SSH keys are in. Yeah, my SSH keys are in one password. So I'm gonna create another SSH key. 1 second. Right, I think I have a new SSH key. Wait, 1 second. Okay, I'm still having some trouble. So what I'm gonna do instead, I'm just gonna do this .firmware. Why do I need that to mix firmware? Okay, mix. Okay, so all right, let me just check an authorized SSH key. But I mean, I'm not. Okay, mix help firmware. Let's try to do that with dash dash verbals. I don't know why that's Okay. This was looking for this thing here. Okay. So yeah, let me do something first. Okay, so I got a public key, and I'm gonna do things slightly different. Uh, yeah, honestly, I I don't want to load the ID, RSA, or whatever. I want to have like a specific key, and let's see what this key, where this key is used. Okay, so authorize file.read. So that's not what I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna read from the current directory. Um, yes. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. All right, I'm gonna create a new file here, and I'm gonna call key.pub. I'm gonna paste the key, and I will just come here and do, yeah, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to come here and do file dot, yeah, it's going to be similar, but I'm going to do ski dot pub, and it's going to be mix dot mix dot. How do I get the current directory? Let me just mix goes with that mix. I want to go to mix. Right. That's not what I want. I think I can just do something like do, and yeah. So I'm gonna do this, and I'm in config. So I guess if I do it again, right, and then if I move this thing to config, so my idea is that this will be git ignored. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Uh, okay. Yeah. I think I can do this now. Okay. I can do this to download. Okay, so I think I would download the firmware that is already pre-compiled. I guess, yeah. I guess I would only need to compile a new firmware. Not the firmware, like the system thing. How they call it again? Yeah, I think it's the system layer or whatever, and the tool chain. So I think I'd only need if I want to create like root FS overlays or something like that. Uh, hmm, interesting. Why that's the case? Okay, I guess I need to go to mix the excess, and maybe I can upgrade. It's interesting because like the README mentioned the version. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Uh, okay, maybe we can just upgrade nerves. Let's just go to nerves. It's okay, 1.12. Can I just do? Okay, I'm not sure why I want this, but yeah, 1.12.0. Gonna do mix steps dot unlock all. I'm gonna mix. Yeah. Also, let me mix steps dot get. Okay, so I got this. All right. Yeah, I think now I'm on a fine version. Oh yeah, I need to upgrade the firmware as well. Okay, because I'm on 1.32 now. Okay, yeah, this is the setup is a little bit weird, but I think this should be ready. Perfect. And sorry about the noise that you're probably hearing because I'm running a dehumidifier to get my clothes dry. But yeah, it is what it is. Okay, now I should be able to do this and have the firmware file. I'm excited. Okay, I'm gonna be right back when this. Oh, yeah. All right. So I think I can do mix burn now. Yes, that's the one that I want to use. Yes. Allow. Okay, 1 second. All right, it's burning, and I'm gonna turn off the Raspberry Pi while that runs. Right. Great. I'm just going to eject it now, I guess. And then I need to eject. Let me just plug this in. Turn it on. And I guess we should wait now. And my understanding is that this will uh, be logged in as I think this is target, I guess. Okay, so it comes with Vintage Net. Uh, yeah, I should probably remove this, by the way. I don't want this. But yeah, okay. I should be able to connect. What is the MDNS again? Yeah, should be just digital.local. Let's go HTTP digital.local. And we are in. Ah, that's amazing. I'm so excited. Okay, sorry. This is so simple, but I love this. Okay. All right. Okay. And I guess we can SSH to that device. Let me just check one thing first. Great. We can SSH. And a cool thing is that when we SSH, we actually you just jump straight into an IEX shell. And I have this tool shed that has a few things. For example, this is how we exit, but this is imported already. Uh, all right, we can. what do we have here? Okay, can run top. That's cool. Uh, I like how this just feels like a. Oh, this is so cool. I know this is silly, but I'm excited. And I guess I can like, for example, ls usb, for example. You can see the modem here. Okay, I think this is great. And now all we need to do is to get the code that we've done with livebook, bring it here. First, I'm going to create a commit. Yeah, let's do the git ignore first. New file. I already have git ignore, but I'm just going to come here. I'm going to ignore config e.pub just so that, I mean, I think the whole, not because this is secret or whatever, it's just because I want to be able to, add multiple, uh, change this based on, without having to change the code. So that's the idea. All right. So now I can create a new terminal. And what I want to do, let's do exit. And what I want to do, I just want to come here to to the live home, and I want to say hello instead of hello live view. I want to do hello digital, and I just need to do mix do what is the readme? The readme saves again. Yeah, but I don't need that to get, I guess. Yeah, but let's just do it either way. Firmware, and I can do, instead of burn, I can do upload digital dot local. So technically, this should now just update the image, deploy through SSH, and I should be able to see the updates. Yeah, I'm gonna be right back when this is over. Oh, the thing doesn't work because of how I set up my SSH keys. Because yeah, the agent that it runs is a different one. So yeah, you know what? All I'm gonna do, I'm just going to I'm just gonna copy the private key, put on my local, on my directory, and then this should work. Let me just test it again. Okay, copied the private key, and I should be able to do upload now, I imagine. Okay, SSH. Okay, let me just do .ssh digital and do that again. Okay. All right, I think that option is actually better because this is probably just trying to use. Okay, I'm gonna try that other option. Let me just let's say digital, and I'm going to do, instead of upload, I'm going to do firmware mix firmware.gen.script, and this is weird. I'm just gonna trust this. Upload, and I guess I need to. All right, digital.local, and all right, I think I need to pass the firmware. Yeah, mix. And just do firmware. I want to see where this is saving the image. I think it's in build, right? Build. Is this digital.fw? Yeah. So I can come here and do this. So that's gonna be, yeah. Have that worked? I don't know. I'm just gonna restart and see. I mean, does it automatically restart? Probably not. Yeah, let me try to reboot. All right. Let's see. This is loading. Probably still not up. Let me just. Tell the local. All right. I think it didn't work. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure it out. I'm not gonna waste too much time here. But yeah, now I will code and I'll be when I'm done. Be back when I'm done. Okay, so I managed to also upgrade to Phoenix 1.8, which means now I have all the cool stuff, Daisy UI and whatnot. And I think, oh yeah, and I think now I'm ready to start coding the interfaces. Yeah, and then my plan is to have, I'm gonna have like a tabbed interface, like with a frame with a add frame. I'm gonna have a login page with some, probably like a shared password, and yeah, and then I'm going to, after that login page, I will just show up the three tabs. One of the tabs is going to be configuring network, which is going to be just an interface on top of IntelliNet. Then the other interface will be for controlling the SMS module. Some control like reboot and whatnot. And then finally, I'm gonna have an interface for messages. So like a settings page with two a maintenance page and also and then a an SMS message thing. So yeah, so that's gonna be the challenge. Yeah, let's see how that goes. Okay, so I need to implement some UI, and I'm just going to delegate that to Cloud Code. So this is the prompt that I came up with. I'm going to ask it to do the whole UI. Yeah, I'm going to add a few more stuff here. Uh, it should use, what is the, yeah, Daisy, Daisy UI components instead of creating components. Well, whatever much as possible. Yeah, that should be good enough. But yeah, I'm just gonna ask it to create the login page and a dashboard with like a navigation sidebar. Uh, UI needs to be mobile friendly. Yeah, that should be good enough. I'm gonna just send this on plan mode, and I'm gonna see what Cloud Code plans for me. I mean, I could set this stuff up, but I'm just gonna see if I can one shot this through with Cloud Code. All right, so yeah, Claude came back with some answers. I answered that, and I'll have a plan. And I'm confused about these. I don't think this. Yeah, because yeah, I'm confused with the plug thing because I think it should use yeah for live view is different, right? So I'm going to uh, live view. Yeah, let's search for authentication here on the docs. Authentication. Just gonna send this. Um, is the authentication part considering the latest approach for live view apps? Yeah, the main thing is that we likely want to have this the zone mount thing. Yeah, that's better. Okay, proper live session configuration. Perfect. We should also. What is the so the new Phoenix 1.18 has this concept which I'm just gonna use Phoenix 1.18. How does it call? Is the scope, right? I think it's called scope. Should also create a scope concept from Phoenix 1.18. See, so yeah, this is just a nice concept that honestly I like. That we can have this user idea here, and then the scope defines both the define like everything about the current session, right? Like current IP, whatever. And it's kind of overkill. I just want to play nice with the idea of how Phoenix works. It's likely not going to have multiple users, so it's not that important. I just want this to look and feel like a Phoenix app. Yeah, just gonna go with that. And yeah, gonna be right back. Yeah, honestly, this is the kind of stuff that I like to vibe code. Yeah, I hate doing all this UI boilerplate stuff. So let's go. All right. So after a lot of prompts and a lot of trial and error and playing around, this is what we have. So it has dark mode. It has I can go for light mode. I can log out. There's this simple, hard coded credentials. I will work on a proper, authentication system where you can update the password uh, eventually. But yeah, I yeah. So pretty much what I have here is that I have this tab, the tabs here. So you can configure tail scale here, enable, disable. Again, this is all just the UI, just hard coded UI. Same for Wi-Fi or cellular. This should. Yeah, there's a bunch of small details that needs to improve. Change password again. Nothing of that is implemented. This is going to be the UI for the messages. Again, not yet implemented, and I also think we can do slightly better here. But yeah, I'm gonna leave the refinements for later. I'm gonna focus on start making some of this work. So yeah, and this is kind of like the dashboard. So yeah, so that's it for now. And now I will try to start integrating with VintageNet and with Tailscale and with the SMS stuff that we wrote. Let's go. So it's been a while, and I'm now like actually just vibe coding this application because I realized there's a lot to do. And I also found out that it was quite hard to organize like the next stuff that I need to do, like keep track of like a to-do list. And then I went to I wanted to do something like spec-driven development, and I decided to test OpenSpec, and I'm having a blast. So I'm just going to show you a little bit. So OpenSpec has some interesting stuff. I'm not. This is not going to be a full review, but I have this OpenSpec view, which has all the changes that were already completed. I need to archive them to kind of like merge the specs, and then there are these like specs here, and then I can OpenSpec archive, and I can get, for example, SQLite persistence. I can do that, and when I do this, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna do this, but yeah, what this does, because yeah, it seems there's a warning here in the proposal. I want to do that, but when I do that, it then goes ahead and compiles. So you can see there's this archive here of the stuff that are already archived, and then it has this like, what is the last spec that we have, right? And this is cool because I can then evolve my spec and have one source of truth where the documentation is, and also I have this kind of like unified. That's not what I want to do. OpenSpec view, and I have this nice view of the progress of the stuff that needs to be done. So yeah, I just think this is quite cool. I'm enjoying it, and yeah, let me show you how the app is looking like. So this is the one running locally. Um, so yeah, so we now have the dashboard. I still need to write a spec to not use some fake data. So there's a lot of fake data here. But yeah, I do have SMSs. This, of course, because it's on my local computer, it is just mock data, and eventually I might change that. But it runs fine. And then I have this Tailscale setup, and then this is cool because it works even on the host because I have Tailscale set up. So you can see here, this is not set up as an exit node, so I can come here and do this, and this automatically changes my Tailscale configuration to run this as an exit node. I can disable, and then this will automatically disconnect me from my Tailscale network, and I can enable it. So yeah, and then there's the login flow, which I'll show in the device soon. But this is quite cool. The other thing is that now this is actually working, and I have a database. So I added SQLite persistency, so we can have database, and also I use for saving whether or not I want this to be set up as an exit node. So yeah, so we are in a good state now, and then I have a few stuff that I want to do next. So I want to add Nerves Hub integration so I can deploy firmware updates like over the air. And I mean, I could technically try to do the updates through SSH using my Tailnet, but I think Nerves Hub is going to help me a little bit on that. And also, I'm changing the SMS mode to use PDU instead of text. So yeah, pretty much I can show you on the device that whenever I try to send a message that has any like accents, and this is pretty common in Portuguese in Brazil, it has some weird encoding. So I asked Claude to send the PDF file and asked it to like create a few documents for me, like a summary of all the AT commands, and also this important is the PDU encoding guide. And I moved this to the repository and then create this OpenSpec thing. And now I want to, I want to try to do the OpenSpec apply. I'm gonna demo that soon. But yeah, it's been a lot, but I think we're getting a nice place. And yeah, so I'm gonna show you right now how it works on the device. So let's see how that's going. All right, so it's running on the device and it's bootstrapping the admin, and always realize that this is not the default credentials, but yeah, that's going to be admin password. I can change that later. Uh, but yeah, well, admin password. Yeah, okay. Uh, so yeah, this dashboard, some of the stuff is just hard coded, mocked. I'm gonna improve that later. But now we can go. Well, first we can come here in SMSs, and you see there's no messages that we received. I can come here and I can configure LTE, for example. So yeah, let me first set up Tailscale. So Tailscale setup is quite easy. I just come here. I can come here. I can generate an alt key. And copy that. Gonna clone this. Done. And this is a single use alt key. Just gonna do this, and this should log in. Yeah, so now I'm logged in and I can see, if I open my Tailscale here, I can see that this thing here is connected. Uh, so yeah, there's two different. Yeah, I don't know which one is which actually because I likely renamed. So I'm gonna have to come here. I'm gonna go to device machines. So we do have. So this is my. Yeah, this is something else, and I have. Yeah, so this is the one that is connected, and the digital is actually not the one that is connected. This is the old one. I'm going to remove this. Uh, but yeah, I can see this thing here is set up as connected to the network. I can even open this and connect and open the thing directly. So I can come here. You see that the port 80, I can just open, and then I can log in through this other IP, and I can do admin password, and I'm logged in as well. So yeah, so this is nice, and I can come here. And what I want to test now is I want to enable LTE and then disconnect from the Ethernet. So I can come here, do internet.vodafone.pt. I have to refresh the page because it's a little bit buggy, but yeah. So yeah, so this is connected. Need to wait until we got an IP. Okay, we are connected, and I want to now. I want to do the test. I want to see what happens if through the Tailscale. Oh, here's already through the Tailscale IP. So let's see what happens if I remove the Ethernet cable. Just remove the cable. So I remove the cable, and I want to see what happens if I refresh this. This is crazy. So this is amazing. So I'm disconnected from the internet, and then I'm falling back to the one interface. This is wild. But yeah, of course, I want to default to Ethernet. And so I'm gonna come here and I will plug that back in. And now, as soon as that thing starts blinking, I think I should be connected now for refresh. I'm connected to the Ethernet. And then I can test also. For example, yeah, let me just search how to properly test that. All right, so I can SSH to the Tailscale IP, and then I can do this to check my IP. I might need to remove some of this information, but yeah. So I can see one of the IPs, and I can now take the cable away. And if I do this, it should return another IP. Yeah, likely So if I come here, go to network, I expect it to return this 177. Yeah, let me just do this. Okay, yeah, so this is a different IP than what I got, but I guess this is the IP of my 4G modem. So yeah, so this is quite cool. So what is next? Well, there's a lot to do. But yeah, I didn't show the coolest part. I can send SMSs and yeah, and receive SMSs as well. So I'm gonna send a message here, and that's gonna be messages, and I can send hello demo. And then if I refresh the page, I can see that I received the message here. Isn't that amazing? And then I can delete all the messages, and then I can also reply to myself. Yeah, that's working. So this is pretty much feature complete. What I need to do, well, is to uh, remove the whole, yeah, this dashboard. I want it to not be, mock data. I want to change the SMS to PDU mode, which means I'm going to be able to send emojis, because if I send an emoji now, we're going to show some weird characters. And I also want to have to extract the messages from the SIM card and save it on the SQLite database. So I'm not afraid I'm not going to need to be like deleting things all the time. So that's going to be another improvement. But yeah, other than that, everything is working as expected. I think I'm almost ready. I mean, I would be happy with this software as it is. All right, yeah, this is going to be the end of the video. I'm just going to explain what happened. This week has been crazy. I'm flying tomorrow. I mean, it's Friday, but it's 4 a.m. in a Thursday, and I've been doing some work, some videos, and yeah, there's a lot happening. So I won't be able to wrap up all the code while I'm here. But I mean, I think the software is ready. I mean, there's the dashboard that I want to improve. There's some details. I want to try the PDU mode. But what I'll do, I'll buy some extra SD cards. I'm going to bring the Raspberry Pi and the modem with me to Brazil as it is. Tomorrow, I mean, today, I'm trying to just adapt the 3D printed thing that holds the antenna. I want to make it compatible with the stands. And then I tried to buy this, but then I bought the wrong size. I bought new one, should arrive today, but I'm flying tomorrow. So yeah, this is going to be kind of like rushed. But my goal is to bring those things as it is with me to Brazil. I'm going to try to put these inserts there so I have a good enough mount. And I'm going to do later a video of just demoing the final product and the review. Like, I'm going to make the repository public. So, but yeah, this journey was actually incredible. I think was a really challenging area to code something. I had no idea. I think it would be like 10 times harder without all the AI tools that we have nowadays. I think I improved a lot my AI assisted coding skills. I introduced OpenSpec, was a really great tool to use. I tried SpecKit a while ago, didn't like it that much. OpenSpec is amazing. It feels like a mix of just Kiro or SpecKit, and something like Linear. I just think it's really amazing. And that paired with Cloud Code, it is so good, really good. So it was a great experience. And yeah, crazy week as well. But yeah, I think we coded this app in like 3-4 days. Of course, there were some like 2 or 3 days of me playing around with Nerve's Livebook. But yeah, I'm happy with the result. And this is the video. This was one of the most challenging projects that I've done in the recent years, maybe. Even though with all the vibe coding AI assisted stuff, it was still challenging. There was a tight deadline. I wanted to bring this thing with Brazil. There was this protocol not well documented. But yeah, but we made it. I now have a really well, grounded understanding, and I think this is one of the powerful things about AI. It does not only help you do the work, but also help you understand the work, and I think this is so good. So yeah, if you can and you like this video, I would appreciate a like on this video. It's gonna mean a lot. It's been exhausting this whole journey, and if you want to see the final video with the final result of me testing out, all the features and showing the, UI and also the setup process that I'm going to be installing in my, in Brazil, all the stuff, all the extra stuff, I'm going to be doing that video when I'm back from my holidays. I'm going to try to record some stuff while I'm there, and then I'm going to have to come back and then, record everything and edit. So if you don't want to lose that, please subscribe to the channel. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you in the next one. Bye.